youth wings are actually separate from Compass itself in terms of deciding our policy and our campaigns. It's basically anyone who's a member of Compass 31 or below. Compass Youth is like trying to focus really on engaging people as much as possible in the political process. So we think that's really, really key. I'll just give you a few examples of some of the things that we've done over the last 18 months. One of the key issues that seemed to be emerging was around a living wage, and this is something obviously that Ken Livingstone has done a lot of work on. So we decided what is the most practical thing we can do to actually help get up and running living wage campaigns. One of the things we've done was actually to develop a living wage toolkit with some colleagues from Unison Trades Union that actually could be used by anyone, whether on a university campus, whether they're in a workplace, whether in a community organisation, to start up and then run a community-based organised campaign for a living wage for the workers in that particular area. And it was successful in that you could actually scale it up from having 1 or 2 people involved in the campaign right up to having up to 100+ people involved in that campaign. So it's about empowering people, because Compass has done a lot of work in terms of its policies and its ideas and generation of ideas in terms of renewing the centre-left. And so we come from a very strong set of ideological and pragmatic democratic left values which really inform the work we do. But the key difference for us, and the reason Compass Youth's motto is "Be the change," taken distilled down from that phrase by Gandhi about being the change in the world, is that you can't just have these great ideas, you actually need to look at the pragmatic, practical ways of organising to make them a reality. And that's really key in the work that we do as Compass Youth. One of the other things we've done this year is we held a mini festival called Love Difference, working with some people called Euro Alternatives. And this was mixing in the idea of politics and discussion. It was actually around the idea of migration, particularly Eastern European migration into the UK, with music and film and art. And so it broke up the kind of usual way of doing things in terms of just having Q&A sessions, big discussions, okay, where does this go? And it actually ended up getting an awful lot of people involved and engaged in a way that usually doesn't happen with your standard ways of doing things politically. So one of the key things for us is about being as innovative as possible in the way that we organise, in the way that we present our events and get people involved in those events. One of the other things we've done as well, although we're a pressure group that does a lot of work in pushing the Labour Party into a more progressive position on a lot of issues, we're also very open to working with a lot of different NGOs. We've worked on Middle Eastern issues with a campaign called One Voice. We've also worked with War on Want more recently in developing some campaign ideas. One of the things we've done as well, we've done a lot of work internationally, and one of the things we've done which was very successful was having an interactive debate series on what was the European Socialist Party's manifesto. And we liked the idea of what the European Socialist Party was doing, because for the first time it was trying to link every democratic left party across Europe that is under the umbrella of the European Socialist Party to come to actually have a common manifesto that they would actually stand on in the 2009 European elections. And we actually had interactive debates that were filmed and uploaded onto YouTube so that people could put in their video debates, and so that the discussion wasn't just there with those people in that room, it was actually carried on and actually promoted and actually became much more viral in the way that people got involved and actually were drawn into that, leading for us to actually take a delegation of people to meet some of the people in the European Socialist Party just before Christmas. Today's discussion and debate is about what future for progressive London. I imagine most people here are progressives or